So these are the 11 things that should be on your to-do list if you want to be a sports practitioner and if you want to be a successful sports practitioner. Number one, the first thing that should be on your to-do list is you need to be objective. Objectivity is you being able to measure everything about a certain athlete or a patient that comes in and sees you. From the start of this objective, right up until the end, where you've provided the subjective, you've done the objective, you've done the analysis, you've done the treatment, and you've also provided the education and the prevention component. You should be able to measure every single thing during the course of that. The very best practitioners in sports therapy and in sports physiotherapy and the very best sports practitioners are able to do this day in, day out. It becomes second nature to them. So by the time a person comes in, they say, okay, you're at a baseline. Let's call that baseline 0. And the point you want to get up to is 10. So that's 0, that's 10. Let's work out a way on how to get you to 10. And with everything that they do, they measure how to get that person to 10. Something I say to all my athletes that come in, 0 is the time when they've come in and seen me. That's the first session, or that is the initial assessment. 0 is where they start with me. And 10 out of 10 is them being able to achieve everything that they want in their sport and everything they want to achieve in their sport. And that gives me a very good baseline, or that gives me a very good understanding of where that person is. And it also gives me a very good understanding where I need to take that person. So being objective is very valuable, not just for me, but it's also very valuable for the most important person in this situation, your athlete or your patient. Now, when this athlete comes in, they're unsure, they're not sure how you're going to help them, they're not sure what is going to happen, what the assessments are. Most athletes don't understand some of the tests that we have to do. And obviously that lack of understanding is quite scary for them. And what you're doing by giving everything scores is to make everything, or being objective, is to take that grey area, or take that sense of being afraid out of it. So you get a very good score, you get to see where this person's at, and you are also able to show your athlete where they need to be. And they obviously see the same scores that you're giving them, and they can reflect on it. And they can say, oh wow, when I started with Kusal, I started off at a 0. And, 2 weeks in, I'm at 65% improvement because I can now do this, and this. Or in another way, you can say, well, I've only improved by 65%. I guess I'll be closer to that 100% when I can then do and improve these functional things. So being objective means that from the time they come in to the point they leave, you've been able to, one, give them a score. You know what their baseline is. You also know where that person is now and how you need to improve them to their ideal. So being objective, it's at the top of the to-do list when you are a sports practitioner.